That didn't happen. I am so glad that we've got so many folks here from the Boys Club alumni. Good to see you, Mr. Tom, one of my all-time favorite people in the whole world, too. And I do want to kind of tell you, some of you are visiting our church. And by the way, I want to welcome the newest members of our church that joined last week. I appreciate you being here. And but I do want to tell you a little bit of how this started. You know, not too long ago, Mr. Tom's wife went home to be with the Lord. And some of us decided that we'd get together and have a luncheon together, or more like a dinner kind of thing. And so we gathered together. I think the first time that I went, there was maybe 10 or 12 of us there. And you know, we said, hey, this is kind of a nice thing. Let's continue to do this. And really, Johnny Mercer and also our own Dave McCoy were two of the ones who kind of started this. And so we got that started. And then don't you know, the last time that we met, there were probably over 45 or so of us there, I guess, maybe even more. And I love Johnny Mercer in this. He says, hey, he said, I was looking at when we would meet next time, and it would be on Thanksgiving Day. So let's don't do that on Thanksgiving Day. And so he said, I got a better idea. Why don't we invite all the alumni to come to Parkview Baptist Church on the Sunday before Thanksgiving? And he looked at me and he said, would that be okay? I'm like, well, absolutely it'd be okay with me. Matter of fact, I was thinking that I was going to get the ushers maybe to pass the offering tray around one more time. Like, I got y'all here. I wouldn't do that. I didn't think anybody would hear me there from it, but heard that, huh? But I do, before I really get started, I do want to give Johnny Mercer an opportunity to kind of speak and say hello this morning, too. Now, let me just say, if Johnny comes up here, I'm not going to say who it was, but I was talking with one of my members already, so he's here, he wrote me 2 tickets.
That's because they were harassing the speeding signs. But just to follow up with what you were saying, Pastor and Malcolm, I appreciate what you were saying. You took a lot of things that I was going to say, and I'll be honest with you that when I've been asked to speak somewhere, I kind of like want to go overboard and do it. So I've been told like keep it short. So. When we started this, again, Mr. Tom's wife passed away, so I was taking him out to dinner, and I knew it was kind of boring for him just for me to be there, you know, and talk to him, whatever. So I came to the idea, I said, man, we need to get some Boys Club guys together, so I called my right-hand man, David McCoy, and we started making some phone calls, and from the guys in Boys Club, and again, it started off with a small group, and last time we had like 45, and also, I want to recognize Mickey Marcella in our younger years. Mickey was also a big inspiration to us. He was like a second father, just like Mr. Tom. And he coached us in Pee Wee football and basketball and stuff. And so we started this club, and it started to be the Mr. Tom Mickey Marcella fan club. So it has expanded, and it's so nice to see you Boys Club guys here. And so. Again, while we're here, I look at it as highway to heaven. We went right from across the street to here, and our next destination will be at the Boys Club, not Boys Club, but the club in heaven. So I asked the pastor, I said, look, I got about 30 minutes, I want to talk, you know, He said, 30 minutes? I said, well, yeah, you know, I got a lot of things to talk about. And he said, do you know what a tithe is? I said, yeah, it's 10%. He said, I'm giving you 10% of that 30 minutes of talk. So anyway, when I was sort of preparing this, there's 3 things kept coming to mind was family, children, and club. You know, God wanted a family, so he created Adam and Eve and started them producing babies, and that's why we're all here today. And I mentioned this before that in our lives, you know, one night our mom and dad went to bed and a seed was planted. God took that seed and he began to form all the organs, the bone structure, you know, and then the eyes, the colors, you know, the eyes and hair. And then at 9 months you get evicted. So after 9 months, we go to midterm. So our midterm is here we are here today. Our life, wherever we work, what we've done, whatever. And so our next phase would be eternity. Short term, mid-term, long term. That's our ultimate goal. And children, I remember reading the Bible when the disciples came to Jesus and said, "Who's the greatest in the kingdom of heaven?" And Jesus says, "Unless we become as children, we cannot enter into the kingdom of heaven." So children, we are innocent. Again, we're all children, no matter what our age is. We're innocent. We're free from sin. And just, I remember my dad, he fought in World War II, he served under Patton, and he saw a lot of battles, and he told me one time, he said, "You know, I didn't have anything against the German people, and they didn't have anything against us Americans, but it was just time of war." And he said, "Here we are shooting each other, blowing up buildings and stuff." He said, after the shooting stopped, he said, "Things got to be calm. You can see the kids coming outside, playing out in the street." He said, "You know, they got more sense than we do." And I've always said, if you really want to get a glimpse of heaven, ride by an elementary school and look at the kids out there. Guys are hanging upside down from monkey bars, swinging from trees, and the girls running around screaming, whatever, having a good old time. The world's in a mess, but they're just the happiest kids they can be. And that's the way it was when we were across the street at the boys' club. We were kids, having a good old time, and could care less what's going around the world. So anyway, the third thing is club. In the dictionary, I looked at the word club. It says a group of people associated to unite together for a common purpose. So again, the short term is we were members of the Boys Club from age 6 to 16. When you turned 17, you got evicted. They wouldn't let us back in. Right, Mr. Tom? And our midterm life is here. I look across this congregation of people here. We are in our midterms of life, and there is no being expelled from church today or whatever. We're here for a purpose, and then our future club will be in heaven. I think my 3 minutes is about up. But while we're here, it's like Pastor said before, God has a plan and purpose for everything. Again, it started off with me and Mr. Tom, you know, and Mickey Marcel as a coach, and then I called David, and we got this ball rolling, and then I got to meet you, right? Yeah, so anyway, we're in agreement here, and I read this statement one time. As you have traveled here on this earth, and at the end of your life, where will your final destination be? So, Pastor, you got a great pastor here. He's leading and guiding us to our future club in heaven. So, I want to thank you for having Mr. Tom and Mickey Marcella Boys Club to come join with the Parkview Baptist Club here today. And one day we'll be in the Heavenly Club in heaven.
Very nice. Thank you, sir. Yeah, when we decided to do this, I got to thinking about, I was telling David Coy this morning, we really didn't plan anything out other than this, but it's been great. I'm glad everybody's here. And I did want to kind of talk about what Johnny was saying here a little bit about Boys Club. Now, I want to just give you a brief testimony of mine. You know, in 1975, my brothers, my family and I moved right over around the corner of Madison Avenue, literally in the shadow of the steeple of this church and in the backyard of the Boys Club. I thought that I had died and gone to heaven. Because the first time that I had stepped into the Boys Club over there, we were just automatically just taken in. So loved over there. And I can tell you, it just changed my life. It was, I say this all the time, part of my testimony. If it wasn't for God and the Boys Club, I don't don't know where I would be. Boys Club was that family for us, and my brothers and I literally lived there. It was some of the, I'm sure my folks thought it was the greatest free babysitting. You'd be, what was it, 50 cents a year or something like that, you know? And we literally would spend hours and hours over there. And then one day I got invited to Parkview, and I'll tell you the time that I was invited, it was in February, after I had moved here. It was one of the Boys Club. And I remember I got invited by this young man who said, hey, you need to go to Parkview. They're having a Valentine's party over there. I'm like, oh yeah? He says, yeah, and those people, they have a lot of food, and there's more girls than boys. I'm like, okay, I'll get in. And then I found out as I started coming to Sunday school that at the time the program director of Boys Club, Malcolm Davis, was actually my Sunday school teacher here at Parkview. So it's really incredible. And I tell you, I feel totally honored to stand in front of here looking out at Mickey Marcel and Mr. Tom and Malcolm Davis and so many others that meant so much to me in my life. And so that's kind of what I wanted to talk a little bit about this week. You know, this week is Thanksgiving. Anybody know that? If you've been to the store trying to buy some food, you probably know that very well. But you know, I got to thinking about what I wanted to preach today, and I got to thinking about this idea of Thanksgiving. And I have to say, I just want to thank you men for pouring into me and being there for my family. I didn't really live in too bad of a family. I had a stepdad and these kind of things, but I shared this story many times. I remember walking home from the Boys Club one day, and I remember wishing that Malcolm Davis was my dad. I remember because he meant that much to me, made that kind of an impact on my life. And Mr. Tom and I, we got to go on some great adventures. I don't know how many in the church know this, but back when I was kind of coming to my 17th year, Johnny, almost out of there, I was nominated as Boy of the Year, which was a big thing for our club, but not only for there, but also regional, to the point where I got to actually go to the White House, and I met Jimmy Carter in the Oval Office through the Boys Club. Well, some of the folks in our church may not even know that. But I get a kick out of this. I won't pick any names, but somebody was saying, like, he was the worst president we ever had. I said, yes, but I met him, and I had his autograph. He's the greatest president I ever met. And so, anyways, I want to talk about this idea of Thanksgiving today. If you've got your Bibles there, and if you want to turn to this, it's 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter, the 18th verse.